And so some interesting music from Into the Cinderlands for Pathfinder. A nice little deserty region with a nice beat. And I'm sure you appreciate the Shoanti intro music without the Shoanti in the party.
Well, isn't there another Shoanti now?
I thought the vocal was actually his kid.
It sort of didn't really have much in the way of vocal in that one, but that I noticed. But then again, I was slightly distracted at the time. So, today in the party we have online, I'll get David to introduce himself.
Yeah, let's see how reception goes. I'm David, I play Bella Silvertongue, human divine sorcerer who is awfully excited to learn the spell Animate Undead, Raise Dead, so that he can once again be friends with the party after this encounter.
Depending on who dies and how. Next online we have M, who actually is part Shoanti.
I am part Shoanti. Do I introduce both characters, or do I just introduce Duza for now?
We'll start with Duza, and when Duza turns to dust, we'll introduce the other one.
Okay. I play Duza, the animal whisperer of the party, I guess, because what do I have, like 3 puppies now?
3 puppies? Well, 4 if you count Willie.
Puppies, and then I think I look after the other puppies in the party.
Do you count Willie as one of your puppies?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, so 4 puppies then.
He doesn't listen quite so good as my other 2, but
he is very friendly though.
He does the job alright.
What about the hellhound? Oh.
No, that's Bayless. He can have
It's
that.
not a goofy puppy.
No, it's not one of my puppies. It's not a puppy.
But he's such a good boy, and he's so happy.
It's a hound. It's not a puppy. There's a difference. Just trust Duza. He knows animals real good.
Okay, so that's our mighty Duza One Fist.
There was Flex one arm, but close enough.
Oh, you had your arm broken?
No, I just have my back broken.
Videos.
I have my back broken.
Ah, you know how that feels.
Yeah, unfortunately, no one's had a chance to fix it yet. It's still sticking out rather awkwardly.
Yay!
But it's okay. You ran away with it. It can't be that bad.
That's right. Hasn't really slowed you down.
No, it doesn't slow me down at all. Apparently.
Ow.
Okay, next person online we have is Jeremy.
Yes, good evening all. I'm playing Cordar, the elven, half-human warrior of the small town of Sandpoint, who grew up on the legends of the Pathfinder Society and aims to emulate those heroes at some point. But more than likely at this stage he's going to die trying.
Always good to have aspirations.
Absolutely.
Next up we have Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I played Harry Potter. The buffest wizard,
And one of the few...
Everyone questions his tactics, but Harry always ends up on top.
Your journal says that quite a lot.
Yep.
I'm sure others will remember that reference to the Diaries of Parry.
Or being, personal videos burned into their memory.
We did have another player get that as well, courtesy of Belath. I thought that was rather interesting. Next up we have is Peter.
Greetings. Yes, I'm Peter. I'm playing the amazing Lord Willy Won Kenobi.
And last session, the party had managed to defeat the air and fire elemental, figure out the puzzle of the door, and then played keep away with 4 mummies that tried to keep away. And Duza got a mighty beatdown, holding the mummies at bay to protect the spellcasters. Amusingly, the spellcasters spent most of their time just keeping the party alive.
Thank you.
And in the middle of all that, our protective shield, Duza, got a potion of expeditious retreat and booked it to way out into the sun, quite a fair distance from everyone else. At which point we'll start the session with Duza and Cordar's fortitude saving throw.
Yeah, my dice. Sorry, see.
Doesn't say.
Just while Josh is getting my dice.
26 recorder.
And what was that, Em? Just while Josh is getting your dice?
The rogue feats, so like the class feats.
Yep.
I can take either the feat at the level, like the level 4, or any of the ones like from the
Before it.
previous level.
Yes.
You can go below, yes.
Yes.
So, how did Duza go with his fortitude save?
I'm just about to roll. According to Josh, I'm dead. Apparently. What was it? Fortitude. Where is Duza? 13 plus 11. 24.
24. Okay, so your character's starting to make his way back while I describe the room to the others.
Thinking to yourself,
So, where am I, Martin? Am I with the group or am I with Duza?
You're with the group because there was no way even Willie could have kept up with Duza. Duza was running that fast.
Cool.
Duza got 3 rounds of movement at 45. 1 minute of movement with 3 moves around at 45 each move. So was moving at close to 200 feet around.
I booked it.
It's the bird, it's the plane, no, it's
And
Even with the worker pack.
yep, it was basically a blur leaving the room. So, describing the area to you, you've just got the area with the 4 elements in the dial. You've just opened the door. Inside the door, the room has glowing hieroglyphs shimmering on the walls of the oddly shaped room, with them changing or even vanishing altogether, with new ones appearing elsewhere. They slowly rotate, have slowly rotating circular diagrams interspersed with those runes, and leaning up against the wall are immobile shapes of several mummified humans, with a couple of piles of dust in the center of the room. Portions of the room appear unfinished, with still building material in the corners of the room, and a body floats limply near the ceiling in the far end of the room, wearing a metal mask over its face. It doesn't look mummified like the others, and its long hair dangles limply. And that's basically where we ended up leaving off.
And yeah, there's no more mummies moving around the room at this stage, is there?
There is no more mummies moving at the moment.
Wait a couple rounds, and Cordar will turn into one for you and he can start moving, but yeah. Yeah. If there's nothing else moving right now, then Cordar's keen to try and
investigate the floating body.
Sorry?
Investigate the floating body.
Well, no, he's more interested in actually confirming that, like securing the area as much as possible. So the floating body is apparently not moving at us, so therefore he doesn't need to worry about that. He'll go for moving. So there's only one entrance to this room, one exit from this room.
There is 2 exits from this room. The other exit has closed doors.
So the doors we came in, and another set of closed doors. Cordar will go up and actually listen at those closed doors.
Unfortunately, to everyone else, they can't tell us it's a secret door, but you've noticed a secret door.
Oh, okay, right. So, I will go and listen at that door then, and see if I can hear anything about to come bursting through. So, and a total of 15 on perception. So,
okay.
Assuming he doesn't hear anything, next action will be to do battle medicine on himself.
Okay, you don't hear anything on the other side of the stone wall.
Okay. So, yep, well, he's attempting battle medicine on himself, and failing.
Okay, so I'll note down you've attempted battle medicine on yourself.
Yep.
It's sad that even attempting it counts as a check.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, what does everyone else think about this floating body in the air?
Highly suspicious.
So you keep your distance?
At the moment.
Try to do a knowledge arcana to see what's like causing it to float.
You can. Give me a Arcana check as you're trying to identify the magic of it.
Yep, that's exactly it. $29.
29. With your critical success, you do recognize that it is a distortion field around it, which is suspending him in the air as well as providing the equivalent of a gentle repose. But the magic is weakening. It looks like it's been decaying over time.
So we're saying that whatever it is could bust out soon.
It could bust out soon, yes.
Alright. I alert the party. Whatever's keeping it suspended up there is keeping it from, destroying probably everything. However, it seems like the spell's like fading over time.
But you're sure it was cast a couple of centuries ago?
Yeah, not just that it's failing, it is so old that the magic is dying. Yeah, leave my paper alone.
So is that likely to be the Elementus guy that we're looking for?
It could be.
Cordar's got his bow out, ready to react if anything, if the thing starts moving from above, and or if there's any movement from the other side of the room with where we came in. So,
Okay, so Duza is only 2 minutes away at this point, as both Cordar and Duza get to make another fortitude saving throw.
This is brutal.
So far the dice are working for me for the saves. That's 28.
That's a good save. You only have to succeed until you fail, and then you don't have to roll again today.
That's right, then life is easy.
Otherwise, every character minute you have to make a saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did Duza get?
16 plus 11. 27.
27. Okay, so yes. So the rest of you are staring at this floating body, which Parry, the Buffest Wizard around, has said magic is failing.
Are we feeling like Duza and I? Are we feeling the effects of these saving throws, whether we passed or failed them?
Not until you fail them.
Okay, so as far as we're aware, we've got no reason to be concerned right now.
So with stage 1, the carrier has no ill effects, and it makes you save again after a minute.
Cool. Happy with that?
Which is why you can't prepare for it.
Good.
Hey, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, but like if I fail my further, I just turn to dust because I'm already on dying 3.
Only if you take enough hit points to reduce you to 0.
Oh.
And luckily,
hit point total?
18.
So you'll be fine. It's Cordar that'll go to dust because he's only got 4.
No, I've actually got you down at 50 because you got healed up last session by Beleth.
Oh, okay. I had it written down as my damage was at 50, but maybe I've got that the wrong way around. So.
I had to start counting. I had to start counting how much you'd healed back.
Yep, no, happy with that.
Just for when that bad stuff happens.
Absolutely. So, okay, so my damage is only 4. Happy with that.
Yeah, so Jesus is going to quickly turn to dust.
Well, if Cordar was at 4 and he failed, he would have turned to dust. There was no maybe.
That's right.
With 4d6 being the determining number of hit points it drains from you.
My chance of rolling less than 4 was fairly small.
Yeah, but mine, if you roll...
18 is also means you've got a good chance of dusting.
18 is just above average.
Yeah.
Because 16 is average.
Yep.
So, yeah, what do you mean the magic's failing? What are you going to do?
Would Parry know how much time they have left in you?
He believes until someone disturbs it.
Oh.
But don't we need to get, or don't you need to get the thing in there?
We do. So...
So you're saying that as long as no one touches it, we're all fine?
Well, I wouldn't quite say that, but sure. It says not to disturb it. And I think whatever we need is in that room, but that might disturb it.
And you hear a crash in the distance as stone hits stone.
Coming from the way we came, you mean, or?
No, coming from deeper into the catacombs.
Yeah, sorry. When I came, the way we came into this room, not from the secret door that I'm listening at the moment.
Not from the secret door you're listening at, no.
Yeah. Cordar will then react by moving back to the doors we came in. Can we close those doors?
No, because you didn't open them. Magic opened them.
That's what I mean. He's going to attempt to see if he can push them closed anyway.
They don't actually have hinges. It's enough to make your mind boggle a bit at the architecture of a opening door that doesn't have a hinge.
And the elemental effects that were in the other room, they're all gone now, aren't they?
Oh, they're still there, all lined up.
Oh, they're all lined up, that's right, yes. Corda will tell one of the others that, hey, there's a door on the other side there. You might want to check out, see if it's anything way up there. He's going to actually start trying to set a few traps, delay type things in the other room. Basically, he's got some flasks of oil and things like that that go on the floor for setting a light and bits and pieces.
What, do you want one of the dumb ones to open it?
I guess he's hoping that one just volunteered.
We've got company, so he's what he's worried about. I'm saying, hey, potentially, if we can look back at that other room, that might be a more defensible location, is what he's looking at. So, in the meantime, he'll try and make this area as defensible as possible.
Bella looks over the other door and has a quick look at it and attempts to open it.
Okay, what is his perception roll?
2 seconds.
Cordra's also laying out its sat on the floor so he can get access to the hole itself, and pull out his old wooden shield since his steel one's been busted. So.
That is fair. The mummy did do a code of 10 on it.
Perception of 16.
16. Okay, so feeling around, you can feel the door. You just can't feel how to open it.
Right, so, how far away do you reckon our company is?
Well, I haven't heard anything more since the crash, so it's been hard to know exactly how far the crash was, but...
Do you think we have 10 minutes?
Yeah. We were told it was a bit of a labyrinth on the other side, so it might be hard to know exactly how the sound travelled. So.
Alright, has anybody not been battle medicine by Velma?
Okay, so battle medicine. Luna hasn't been battle medicined. Corda hasn't been battle medicine, and Duza haven't been battle medicined by you yet.
I don't think I have any.
Jeremy?
Willie doesn't need to be because Willie's managed to not take any damage.
Corda. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, yeah, totally battle mouse and Duza right now. I'm sure you can reach them.
Yeah, and Corda actually got a lot of healing from Bella towards the end of the last session, so he's obviously about to drop dead. He doesn't know it yet, but...
Yep. Alright, so while we're here, Bella is going to start to... Who is seriously hurt? Who's actually present?
Luna is the probably 18 damage, parry on 16 hit points. Not sure what that's out of. So parry's got 14 damage to Luna's 18 damage.
And
Quarter's 10 damage, yeah.
Alright, so Bella will start regular medicining Parry.
Okay. So, while you're doing that, I will give both Cordar and Duzar another fortitude saving throw as Duzar finally reaches the party.
Where am I? Fortitude save of 16.
Okay.
I failed him now.
Red.
So, with a dice roll of 17, so Cordar's maximum hit points is reduced by 17, and his current hit points are reduced by 17.
Ow.
Okay.
Wow. I can't do anything about this, can I?
You can.
Not medical medicine, right?
Once you gain a level to remove curse.
Yeah.
Well, you might be able to examine him to find out what's wrong. You ain't got to do anything about the problem, but at least we'll know.
I forgot that.
Yep, as a player, you're dead.
What's up?
So now Cordar's moved on to a daily check.
No, that's my bad.
Oh, you see, so I'll be fine.
Yeah.
How did Nexar go? Did she survive?
Duzar.
She's okay.
23.
Duzar still keeps plugging away. And then as Duzar rocks up, Duzar gets another 9 rolls before Bella finishes his medicine check.
Jesus.
Hey, medicine takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
So if you roll less than 22 in your 9 rolls, then we'll do something.
And what's your bonus?
4 is plus 11.
Plus 11. So you're looking for 11 plus, you're at 50-50 chance. Come on, we're not going to work for 9 rolls in a row, but hey.
Yeah, every single time, yeah.
Well, all you got to do is miss one, and then we worry about it then.
That's right. You can flip tails 9 times in a row, can't you?
You missed one?
No. I've got 11 plus 11, so that's 22.
Yeah.
So that's 1. It's if I roll under a 9, is that right?
If you roll a 10 or less, you've got a problem.
Oh, 10 or less. Alright, so...
50% roll.
Me as your backup character. You ain't gonna.
No. Apparently you won't actually die.
Do I just roll until I get under 10?
No,
You
take
try
9 rolls.
times.
Well, you've got 9 minutes before anyone has a chance to assist you.
Do you need to know each roll, or just...
I just need to know if in any of those 9 rolls did you roll 10 or less on your dice.
Oh, okay. So that's second roll. Yes, I just did.
Okay.
I rolled a 6.
Yay!
Okay, so unlike Jeremy, instead of losing nearly all your hit points, you lost 8 points from your maximum.
And took 8 damage.
So 60 minus 8 at the moment, yeah.
So that means you're on 52 maximum, but on 10 currently for hit points.
Well, that does occur to me that
So I'm on 42.
if Duzar managed to return and was hanging around for several minutes, there might have been some action from the idea of seeing backbone sticking out of her.
Well, there was no blood gushing.
Okay.
And we did have Balaf currently busy, who gets to make his medicine check to see how well he heals Parry.
What happened?
Yep, sorry, just give me 2 secs. I'm trying not to die.
Fair enough.
Okay, roll the 13 on the dice. It's going to be fast. Let's see if it's going to pass. 21.
So that is a pass. Just getting a extra into the chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's everyone else doing in this 10-15 minute time slot?
Well, Parry's being healed. Parry's interested about these two characters who've gone up to basically a door. Can Parry figure out how to open this door?
Give me a perception roll as Parry looks at the wall.
Sounds good.
Harry's going to sit his ass down and shut up while he's healed.
Well,
No, it's Harry. It's
okay.
Well, let's face it, if Parry doesn't sit his ass down and get healed, that means that Belath might be available to actually look after Dougal when he arrives.
So do you stop looking after Parry when Doozer arrives with back bits sticking out?
No, I just tell Barry to tell Doozer to get in line.
Alright, I'll listen to Ballard and just sit down.
Okay, so yes, you are patched up. Did you need me to roll for you, David?
I think we already rolled, didn't we?
How much did you get?
You rolled the actual skill check, not the...
Well, it's 9 points from my dice, so we'll give back Parry 9 hit points.
So you have the corridor come up.
And so...
That kid has a career as a judgmental vocalist, I'm sure of it.
And then you see Doozer beside you looking a little worse for wear. You can see black lines spreading out from the back injury.
Wow, you're dying. What's going on?
I got hit by one of those mummy things and I don't feel so good.
Now, why is there bones in your back sticking out of your back? What is going on here?
No, I don't know.
He got hit hard.
What did you do? Why must I do all the work here? Okay, well, I can't do anything about the mummy thing. That's hard to advance for me. I don't really care enough either. But let's see if we can fix up this back. And commencing first aid.
Okay.
Oh, hang on, wait, while we're here, Nick. Let me see, let me just bleed this with some leeches for a brief moment.
Gonna try to identify what's wrong?
No, hell no, she's just gonna take 2 damage while I nick her with a scalpel for a brief moment.
I'm sure she's got plenty to spare.
And we're commencing first aid. Yeah.
After Kodak spread out the oil and things like that towards the front entrance, if no one's opened the door or looked at the door at the back, he'll go back and see if that becomes more defensible locations.
Hold on, what's wrong with you? What? How are you dying as well? What happened?
I'm new to this place, but let's deal with the immediate first.
You can see black lines all through Cordar's face.
Come see me.
Parry's looking for this door.
Give me a perception roll for Parry.
Sounds good. 28.
28. With your magic fingers, apparently you find a secret door that pops open.
The secret door that pops open. Yay! Look. Whoa.
And your hair gets blown back as dust goes and other stuff goes through your face.
Right on, Hermie.
And you get to make this fortitude saving throw and show them just how buff you are.
No, 40 saving throw, yay! Actually, I'm gonna get my camera for this. 19 on the dice, plus, give me a second.
No, don't steal my... No. It's Mommy's book.
25!
So, Buffus Wisdom, Arion survives again. As you see a small chamber beyond, with one line with a bookshelf and musty leather-bound books, and in the center of the room, a mummified body sits at a stone-topped table, looking as if it's in meditation. Iron bars hold the corpse in place, with cuffs holding its hands on either side of a massive gemstone, which within glowing hieroglyphs shift and change. A brace across the front of the body holds the face forwards, staring at the far wall with empty eye sockets. On that wall, a large ornate mirror is filled with a sheet of absolute darkness, blackness beyond night.
How big was this room?
Scale of room is actually not that bad. It is 15 foot by 40 foot. Though you are sharing it with a bookcase, a shelf, and a sarcophagus.
Okay.
But 6 of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of you could fit in there quite easily.
Yep, and that's probably what we're looking for then. So because you said that the mummy was actually shackled down and chained down or something?
Yep, and chained down, holding it with its hands shackled to an orb with glowing runes inside of it. The exact description of the devastation orb you had been given.
Oh, the countdown clock or whatever?
Yep.
Yep, that's right.
Countdown clock. Not
So does Harry do anything when he opens it and gets hit by a puff of dust, etc., other than look in?
Does Perry look at anything in particular in that room before telling people about it?
Or is he going into the room also? It's a sense of...
Well, the moment Luna hears books, things will happen.
Luna rushes in. So while we're waiting for Josh to get back, we might have Victor introduce his character.
Hello, I'm super late, I'm sorry. I'm so late for work, it's not even funny. I am Victor from Brazil, and I play Luna the Shanti Oracle. And she's super curious. That makes her, be alive for the moment, but probably will be dead soon because of that super duper interest to learn things.
And look, there's plenty of stuff in there to learn. So while the door opens, I will give Luna a will save as you're curious about what's happening inside.
Yeah, that's probably a perfect. I can't roll for now. I haven't given the roll. Can someone roll for me?
Jeremy.
Okay. Sorry, Victor. A 2.
And what was that, Josh?
Can I use a reroll? But that's alright. The problem is the mummy.
But that's alright, because Cordar's going to be pushing everyone in the room anyway.
What does Josh do? So Victor, can you give me a moment just trying to hear what Josh was saying? Go Josh.
Perry's observing the room very closely, he's not going in just yet.
Okay, you also get to make a will save.
I gotta make a will save. Perry's will is good.
Okay, you need to comment. There you go.
24.
24. Okay, so Luna screams and starts running away from the room.
Yeah, am I scared?
So something in the room has scared you to the bone.
Fuck, she starts running, trying.
Cordar's gonna grab her, and be aiming to, no, in there, safer. And he's going to be starting to push everyone into that room on the idea that that's a more secure location.
Okay.
Athletics to try and grab Luna. 17.
I'm sure that will work.
Flaring it around and whacking on the with it.
Okay, so you drag into there. So as Cordar goes into the room, he also gets to make a will save.
Uh, 17. 25.
Yes, you managed to drag Luna in there. And then I'm going to get Balath, Willie, and Duzar to make will saves.
Does it make any difference, Martin?
Hmm?
If 25 was a success, it counts as a critical success.
That's good for you.
But it's right.
Exactly.
9. What was it again? Will?
Yep, Will.
Oh, so 18.
I'm sure it's one of your favorite saves.
Yeah, it's my least highest skill. That was English.
What about Willie's?
21.
And what about Balath's? Who's currently away?
I rolled an actual 25.
He's fine then. Okay, so Duzar and Willie both scream in fear and start heading away from the room.
Well, Cordar's aiming to have closed the secret door behind him again. Type stuff.
Okay, so you've got 3 of them panicking in the room with you.
Wasting oxygen.
This feels oddly familiar. Running away. I'm surely have had enough of running today.
And part of the panic is you realise the dogs are outside with the hellhound.
Yeah, I start yelling in Orcish. How dare you leave my dogs out there? I will come. Yeah, I'll come to you. Total panic.
Harry's jaw just drops with the amount of cussing that's coming out of Drew's mouth.
you don't often hear Druza swear, but
What are you doing?
but he does know how to swear quite proficiently in Orcish.
And
Do it often.
That's right, Cordar doesn't understand Orcish, so it's all Greek to him.
A minute there I thought you were going to say it's all goblin to him.
Well, actually, the goblin he does understand.
So Willie's also afraid, as is Luna.
Is there a way of locking or barring the door on this side? Did the door open into this room or out of this room?
Opened into this room, and it clicked back in place when you pushed it.
Okay.
I was going to say, Martin, as an action, can Duza try and get the door open?
He can, but he doesn't know how to open it. And with his panic, he gets to make a perception roll with disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. Ouch.
And Cordar's scrapped a pit and he's actually starting to put a pit in the ground behind the door type stuff to make sure it can open easily.
So roll a 9 and 18, so that's...
Nine.
I take the 9. And perception is +9, so that's an 18.
Okay, you know there's a door here somewhere, you just can't tell where. And then you see that Cordar has hammered some pittons into the ground behind the wall.
Can I rip those out?
You can try.
I'll try.
Stay still, just sit down!
No, Deuce is in a panic, and you've left these dogs out there, so there is no way in hell that that's happening.
Well, there is a hellhound out there, so there is hell.
Yeah.
Yes, get out. Come on, out. Out.
Step. Freedom.
And if
So-
you're doing that athletics check, Martin.
It is an athletics check to try to pull them out.
-1 or -2?
You are at -2 on your athletics checks.
And Cordar's trying to restrain you, saying, settle down, stop!
So I believe Cordar could restrain you with an athletics check because your DC is lowered by 2.
So do I roll my athletics?
No, it is your athletics plus 10 minus 2.
And Cordar got 24 on his athletics check.
So I got a 16 plus 10.
So 16 plus 10 minus 2 making it 24, so he succeeded.
No, but my athletics is 12 normally.
Your athletics is 12 normally, then it would be 22, but downgraded because of your enfeebled makes it 20, so he succeeded.
What, 16 plus 12 minus 2?
So you don't actually roll a DC.
Oh.
Your DC is 10 plus your skill.
So it's the sort of thing that you weren't trying to get past. Cordar was rolling a skill check to stop you.
Oh.
So your skill was Cordar's DC to try and stop you.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
So he's grabbed you and he's trying to, hey, calm down, because obviously he hasn't even thought about the dogs, because you haven't told him anything about dogs he understands, so...
At which point you also notice the bits of spine still sticking out.
Yeah, get sit down, let fellas have a look at you.
Yes, sit down. What are you doing? Stop moving. You'll hurt yourself. Get good, Scrub.
Okay, so just on the amusing side of things, all the DCs are reduced by 1 on Willie, Luna, and Duzar because of their frighting condition.
Great.
Right.
Every DC, someone tries to... So anytime someone tries to affect you, the target number they have to hit is reduced by 1.
Oi, wizard, have you got a way of tying people down?
He's not very frost, but that's about it.
He casts Punch.
He casts punch. No, that's Willie's job.
Sorry. Are these guys too scared to do what they're told?
They are frightened, but they do listen. It's just reduced all their DCs.
The only reason why Dooza isn't listening is because someone was dumb enough to not bring the animals with them. And didn't give the chance for my animals to follow.
Did you interrupt the healing that I was giving you?
He interrupted the healing that you're giving to Duzar, yes.
Bellas stands up with a look of fury in his face, looks you dead in the eyes, hoists back down to the ground, and says, "Sit down." If you'd like an intimidate check, just happen to lie.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, so if
Somebody can roll a d20.
Hey, Gareth, I'm helping you out tonight. That's 2 natural 20s in a row.
Oh, that's nice of you.
okay,
You're about to shit bricks. So that's 32.
so that is the equivalent of a card carrying critical if it was a weapon.
Yeah. No, I don't. I would definitely not have. My intimidation is +6, so.
So you would be basically you'd be comparing it to your wisdom will saving throw, and adding 10 to that, but then knocking off 1 point from being frightened.
So my will is +9, so what that's
18 would be your DC, and he just got clocked 30. So he critically succeeded with a
natural 20.
With a natural 20, it also been increased again.
So to explain to you what's just happened, as if it like the inverse proportion of light, like just darkness forms around his entire body, which slowly turns into red hellfire as he points to the ground and screams at you to sit down.
Druza, stop swearing in Orcish. It sits like a puppy.
Okay, while Duz is doing that and doing the roll, I'm going to switch over to Parry, who's had all this time to look around while everyone else is doing other stuff.
Just one thing, Martin, before he does that. Does Gareth's outburst at least attract the attention of the others who are fearful? Or, hang on.
Sure, it's up to them if they sit down as well. So does Willie and Luna choose to sit at being told to sit by Balath?
Hell no.
Everyone sits like the whole party.
Oh, I'm about to burn some spells on you.
Oh, is it story time?
Kordak also calling out in a somewhat softer but like out loud voice saying, "Everybody shut up, we've got company coming."
Yeah.
Okay. So, while you're all doing that, Parry, in his usual ignorance of what's happening around him, is currently reading the books on the wall.
Yeah, books.
And he's found 4 particularly large books and 30 smaller books, adding up to a total of 7 bulk. 4 of those in each of the large books, and 3 bulk in the 30 smaller books.
Ooh. Summoning elementals for dummies. How to defeat mummies for dummies.
They seem to
Harry's been more interested in the books than in the mummy shackled to the clock, the countdown clock that we're looking for.
Yep.
Okay, and after you've spent some time staring at the books, you notice that the mummy has a bejeweled scimitar at its belt.
At its belt.
Yeah, so it's got a sheath with a scimitar attached.
Huh. That's interesting. I don't want this mummy to wake up.
So you leave the sword there just in case it wakes up, so it's got a weapon?
Well, knowing that we're trapped in here with this, I guess Parry will attempt to grab the scimitar.
Okay, the scimitar seems to be extremely well made.
Ah.
And it has a jewel representing each of the 4 elements.
Ah. Yeah.
He also has beside him a staff that you find after you remove the scimitar, and attached to the scroll case. So the scimitar are 2 scroll cases.
Oh. So what's the staff?
It is a staff made out of the ash tree.
Ooh.
And as you touch it, you see little bits of flame leap along it.
Ooh.
Maybe the staff chose you. You're a wizard, Parry.
Ah! Finally someone's realised me as a wizard. So there's some skinny person on the front lines who has no idea what they're doing. I will give the scimitar to someone who wants it.
Juicer probably would take it if he wasn't sitting down like a good boy.
Duzer's a good boy. He is a good boy.
And
Precisely.
what are the scrolls? The scroll holes as well.
Okay, you open the scrolls. They're in a language you've never seen before.
Oh, cool.
Bonus the parry.
Bonus parry, that's going to be at least 2 days worth of fighting. Excellent. Cool. Let me get out of here.
And then there's that mirror against the far wall.
Oh. I look at the mirror.
As you look at it, you see a sort of churning in the mirror, and make another will save.
Make another will save. 28.
28. Okay, you feel as if something in the mirror is watching you. And you're naked before it.
Oh no.
Like Harry's afraid of being naked in front of anything.
I put on a show.
Does he do what Dude normally does and like starts flexing away and like showing his bling?
Nah, helicopter baby. Yeah.
Well, he's going to show his bling off somehow, I'm sure.
I'm sure. I'm real sure. I'm real sure.
I'm stripping for the man in the mirror.
So does Perry actually start stripping up before the mirror?
He probably would.
No. I see myself naked and...
You feel as if you're naked, you don't see yourself naked.
Oh, I feel as if I'm naked. Oh, okay, cool.
Actually, the mirror's looking right through you. To your very soul.
This is all too common for Harry, so he feels right at work.
That's what I said. Oh no, Harry feels naked. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oops, am I naked again?
Oops, I did it again.
But Perry does think that the books you found here, plus that glowing orb in the center of the room, are probably what you've come here for.
Oh. Whoa.
Isn't the glowy orb in the mummy?
It's the mummy's got its hand shackled to it.
Ah.
So Martin,
Mm-hmm.
like I say, so Cordar's basically waiting at the door there, having hidden it shut as well. He's listening to see if there's anything coming. He might hear dogs on the other side, but you won't worry about them too much. But yeah, basically, hopefully we can survive the next 10 minutes while Doomsday gets patched up. We'll see what happens within 10 minutes.
Okay, hopefully we will have a return of David to make a roll, or you'll have to make one for him. I believe he has at least plus 10.
So you're saying that that's like, so we are likely to get the 10 minutes?
You are likely to get the 10 minutes.
I want a 5 for him, so plus 10 to give him the pass of 15.
Yep. So give me 2d8 for Doozer.
14.
So Doozer recovers a whole 14 hit points and loses the wounded 3 condition. So how many did we say? 14?
14, yep.
So it's on 22 hit points, and parry was done, so he loses his wounded 2 condition as well. Which is useful, it means that you can actually go down a few times.
Yeah. So Cordar's the only one with wounded now?
Cordar is the only one with wounded now. You got wounded 1.
Yeah.
So sorry, what am I on a total of 22? Is that right, Mum?
22 out of 52.
Yes.
But you're still enfeebled and weakened?
The clumsy and enfeebled should now be fixed because you have been healed.
They come with they get fixed as part of healing?
They get
Yep.
they do get fixed as part of healing, which is not bad for Doomsday. Doomsday feels a lot better now that someone's just pushed the bone back in.
Is everyone still frightened?
Dooza, Willie, and Luna all have the frightened condition for the next 24 hours.
Right.
24 hours.
Yep.
But they're just so they're frightened, not panicking, is that right?
They are frightened, not panicking.
Alright.
Juza's still.
With a roll like I just did, I would have assumed they would have been more afraid of Fella.
So, would you like me to increase the frightened condition on them so they're frightened for 2 things?
No, but if they could be more amenable to Ballads once, that'd be fantastic.
Mum, does Perry believe that everyone is frightened under the effects of the spell?
He believes everyone's frightened by the effects of the mirror he's flexing and posing in front of.
Yeah, very frightened if you're naked.
No, Harry perceives that he is naked. He's not actually naked.
I'm not actually naked. Do I believe the mirror is magical?
Would you like to use your detect magic?
I will.
The useless detect magic.
Yeah, there's magic.
There's magic. There's magic in the air. Oh.
I was going to say, didn't Harry notice the image change in the mirror? Like, if the mirror appeared to see through him...
He did see a swirl in the mirror that disappeared and then made a will save.
So I would say that, yes, he had a fair chance of thinking there's not something entirely normal about this mirror.
It could be a portal. It could be your way out.
Harry's going to detect magic on the mirror.
Okay, you detect magic you don't recognize within range of your spell.
Oh, magic that I don't recognize within range of my spell.
Because you can
Was
choose.
inside you all along.
Because you can choose things that you know are magical, not to be detected by it.
Okay. So it could be the fact that it's floating all these books, all these scrolls, all these,
Or even the sword.
or even the sword, or the staff,
Or one of the 34 books you've just looked at.
or the mummy, or it seems to be magical urine going down doing the leg right now,
Or the room next door.
or the room next door.
With the floating guy within range of your spell.
Yes. I love detect magic.
That's so useless.
The reason why it's a bloody cantrip.
Well, it gets better once you can do 3rd level spells.
Yeah, that'll be sick.
Ish. Like a year from now.
Yeah.
Well, you need to assume you're surviving this next encounter.
Okay, at this point, Belaf gets a warning that danger's approaching.
Warning, Bala.
Oh, something's coming!
I've said that for the last 10 minutes.
And then you get a really painful spike in the back of your head as your familiar is no longer with you.
I'm gonna hide.
Wait, which familiar? The hellhound or the...
No, I only have one.
Or the raven.
Oh, Grognak! Am I gonna have to summon you again? God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hide, Martin.
Yep. You're gonna hide behind the mummy?
Anywhere that looks like a good place to hide, that's not gonna do horrible things to me, I will hide.
Okay.
That deathly hellfire that was surrounding Balath before suddenly increases as he gets angrier and angrier and angrier. You see flames forming around his hands.
So you're saying it's a good thing I put the oil on the outside the other door?
Yep. You start hearing deathly bellows from the base of Balath's voice box.
You actually hear the sound of dogs yelping, and then it goes quiet.
Oh no!
No. Bye, puppy.
Doozer is gonna start pounding where he's
So Martin,
Yep.
when is so this is after Balath has finished curing it, after the 10 minutes?
This is after the time he spent on Doozer, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the Doozer would have after that probably tried to get it.
Right, and certainly, yeah, sort of thing that and everyone else was packed up enough that they could, like, that they were going to be at the moment, weren't they?
They are, yes.
I mean, yeah, Cordar could do with some more healing, but actually there's a lot of other stuff that comes through. So.
Good luck now!
I'm just looking at the fact that basically, if we had 10 minutes, and that was the result of what everyone could actually do for as much recovery we could do right at that moment, Cordar would have been happy to, and we hadn't been hit yet, Cordar would have been happy to at least be taking the kittens out, to be prepared to start looking towards getting the dogs in if we started hearing them, on the idea that, and also, yeah, basically pulling out his pits so therefore we can start putting all the books in there and bits and pieces.
You also know that the dogs wouldn't enter the room with the mummies.
Oh, okay, so the dogs were actually out in the elemental room, were they?
They were, yes.
Okay, well, that's, yeah.
Is Fluffy the good boy with me?
No.
Oh no.
Yeah. So if we had a chance to get back out into that room, to get back into that elemental room, would we have had time for that, Martin?
That's at this point now. It's up to you what you do with the sound of puppies yelping.
Yeah, certainly Cordar would have been when there had been some baby settled down while Bella.
No retrospective, what's happened.
No, I'm just saying the fact that he was saying in that period of time was, okay, we'll probably try and rest up here and stay overnight if we can, and it's good, but yeah, okay, if it got through and the pitons can be out at least, when we start hearing the dogs start howling.
Yep. So I will give each of you an initiative roll of your choice.
That's going to use unlimited power.
Okay, so he can make an unlimited power choice. He gets to roll a d20 and add 0. Unlimited power! He can use as many times as he likes, it just doesn't help much.
So could I do an athletics roll, Martin?
I am happy for you to do athletics if you think that will help you.
Well, I you rolled a D100, so 83 is probably not the best initiative roll.
It's not a bad roll, though.
But I will use it. I will use intimidation.
And what's your intimidation roll?
Oh, there we go. I will use intimidation, and I rolled a 19 for a total of 31.
Doozer rolled 18 with plus 12 is 30. For the athletics roll.
Initiative.
Yeah.
What are the choices?
You can pick anything if you think it helps you.
Oh, what's Daddy first? Here we go.
I'm very good at.
What I roll?
Well, apparently the lowest roll I got for your opponents was a 16. So it's going to be an interesting battle.
Yeah. I rolled 28.
Parry didn't get the highest roll? What happened to Parry?
No, because Parry actually is using regular perception. He didn't want to use anything else.
Yep. What was that there, David? Hello, David.
He sounds like he's breaking out.
Doing a perception.
Going in and out of reception's not that handy right now.
Hmm.
I don't know if you got it, but I used intimidation. He was or anyone.
So what did he get as a roll?
I think he got one higher than me from what he said before. He rolled a 19 plus
31.
31 from Balath. I've got that down. What did Corda, Willie, and Luna get though?
Corda got 13.
21 for Willie.
And do we have anything for Luna?
So this is a perception roll?
I rolled an 8 for him. I think she's got about 11 or something for
If it's initiative, I got 12. Is it normal perception? It's 10.
total of 20 then.
So it looks like the lowest two scores rolled on initiative were Luna and Corda with 20 and 13.
Well, I guess that means that Cordar's probably at the back, having pulled out his pit, started to put books in it.
Just trying to get the NPC stats because just like one of those things that says use these stats, and it's like, where are those? Okay. Would have been handy if I had found the right page up front. Okay. Okay, so yes, Balath is now up. What does Balath do?
Well, being as though there's no enemy in front of him, you know he is the light.
He's going to...
Or was he heading out to get his is Fluffy.
You did hear Fluffy getting hurt.
Maybe this is better. Hello, he will delay.
You will delay? Okay.
And with Fluffy kneeling out the side.
What could go wrong? I'm sure nothing. Okay. Okay. That should give me everything I need. So, Doomsday is now up.
Doomsday will definitely be trying to get to Poppy and Giant.
So that would be a perception roll to find the lever on the inside, which no one's done yet.
12 plus 9. Hang on.
21. You can't find the lever. Parry, you're up.
Harry's gonna help dudes find the lever.
Don't I get 3 actions?
You do. You move up to the. Well, you're at the door. You spend an action trying to find the lever. Do you want to spend 2 more actions?
Sure, I may as well just try.
Okay.
Because who knows, I might roll better. Like that. 19 plus 9.
Okay.
Which is 28.
You find the lever and the door pops open and you hear whimpering of one of your dogs.
One of my dogs. Do I recognize which one?
No, you gotta spend another action to open the door.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try and get out as quick.
Okay, so 2 actions to find the lever, 1 to open the door, and you can see Giant in the room he was afraid to go into with an arrow sticking out of him.
Poppy. I can't see Poppy.
You cannot see Poppy. Parry, you're up.
Harry's going to cautiously exit the room.
Yep. Okay, so with your cautious movement, would a 25 hit you?
Would a 25 hit me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so
Would it crit me? No.
you have an arrow sticking in your chest, doing 6 points of damage.
Ow. Where did that come from? Who do I see?
Looking up, you can see behind using the pedestal as cover, someone with a longbow just shot you.
Someone with a longbow just shot me.
Yep.
So I've only used 1 action to...
They had ready their action to shoot whoever came into the opening first.
Cool. Spend my next 2 actions shooting back up.
When you said the pedestal, you meant the one in the middle of the elemental room, Martin?
That's correct. The one in the middle of the elemental room.
Our last would like to act.
You would have
Obviously up here.
So yeah, so my next 2 actions casting acid blow.
Yep. And does that require an attack roll or a saving throw?
I believe it is an attack roll. Yeah. Have a look at
No, I can't go crazy on here.
I'll confirm that. It's 316.
Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I will need to take my leave.
I understand. We will see you next time, Victor. Enjoy working today.
Goodbye. Good fun, everyone.
I make a spell attack on target.
Okay, give me a spell attack roll.
I make a spell attack roll. believe that is 29.
One off a critical hit.
Yeah. Oh, nothing.
Well.
Alright, cool. So then I deal 3d8 plus 1d6 persistent acid damage on the target. Three d8 plus 1d6 persistent acid damage. Point 3d8 CD. 14. The d6 gives me 4.
So 4 persistent damage.
Yeah, 4 persistent acid damage.
You have to concentrate to maintain that.
I do not believe so. That is my second level, so I have memo. Or maybe it's my... Or, no, sorry, it's my second, but I'm now out.
You're out of acid arrows anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I need to read.
So, that brings us to Belath.
Papa. No, please, that's not a book you can have. Look.
What would Belath like to do? Hey, David.
So I can see old mate in cover.
You can see person in cover. He's got a bow. He's got acid burning on him. He does have some cover.
Hello.
I can hear you.
We can hear you.
I believe he has dropped out. So we'll get back to him in a moment when he joins back in again. Because next up is his sister. So,
back again.
So Belath.
Hello.
Yep.
Can we see old mate who's hiding behind the cover?
You can see the person who's hiding behind the cover.
Can he recognise the
And
person
how far
hiding
away
behind
is
the
he?
cover?
He is about 100, no, probably about 40 or 50 feet. I'll get the exact measurement for you.
Does he recognise the person behind the cover?
About 60 feet from you. He doesn't recognise the person behind the cover.
Sorry, did you say 40 or 50 feet?
60 feet. That's from the
50
entrance.
feet. Okay, 2 seconds. Right. So if I move to within 30 feet of him, I'm going to be well out exposed, aren't I?
You are, yes.
You can probably... You might be able to be taking cover from the doorway. If the doorway within the 30 feet mark, I don't know.
Martin.
The doorway is within the 30 feet mark.
So you could move
Would that
forward.
be possible, Martin?
That is possible. You can move up to the doorway. How far is your move?
Alrighty. So Belath is going to move.
Be aware, David, that does put you significantly
Sorry.
ahead of the party.
Yeah. Go on.
I gotta say that while you still have cover in the doorway, we're talking the doorway into the mummy room, not the doorway we're currently in. So you'd be significantly ahead of the party.
One room ahead.
Oh man, my reception sucks right now. I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay. I will try typing it to you if that helps. If your speech to thing does it. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, well, he's apparently dropped out again. So,
He's trying to fix his reception.
yeah.
Yeah, his reception sucks. So while he's doing that, Parry sees a full plate armored warrior stride into view just beside the door, and take a shot at him with a short bow. Hitting armor class 24. Which I believe hits Parry.
That hits me.
Dealing 9 points of piercing damage.
Ow. That's 15 points of damage I've taken so far.
Yeah, you're on to 9 hit points.
9. Woo.
And then they step back behind the door, completely out of cover, behind cover.
All right.
So back to Beleth. Luckily, you hadn't moved.
Beleth's going to have to continue to delay. He doesn't have any sort of effective spells at this range. He needs to be within 30 feet.
Well, someone has apparently moved up closer.
You couldn't. They weren't available to hit because they stepped out, fired, and stepped back.
Yeah, but didn't you say they moved up to the door?
Oh!
That they were using the doorway in the outer room as cover.
Yeah, so they probably stepped back, but they're presumably still just behind the doorway at the moment.
That is correct.
So does that mean that they're within... They're within the next doorway, which would be roughly about 30 feet.
They're about 30 feet, but full cover.
Yeah, you haven't got any visibility of them right now.
Okay. That's okay. Did they go to the left or the right?
Beleth never saw.
I didn't see.
No.
Harry did.
So from Parry's perspective, they went to the north.
No, lovely.
That's useful.
Okay. Alright. What's the rules for readying a spell?
You can only ready a single action casting spell.
Yep.
There are not many single action casting spells except for magic missile firing a single missile.
Yep. That sucks.
It does.
Beleth will pull out his completely deadliest crossbow, load it, and could he ready to shoot versus appearance, or would that be too many?
I'll give you the pull out because people have quick draw, so it takes you an action to pull out, an action to load it, and you don't have 2 actions left to ready to target something.
Yep, that's fine. He'll wait. So that is. Can he? Would Beleth be in cover at all?
He is still in cover at this stage. He has not moved out.
Fantastic. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Okay, from the southern side of the door, a person with a bow steps out and shoots at Parry.
Yay!
And they would hit armor class 10. I'm assuming that's not a critical fumble.
No, it's not a critical fumble.
But it does turn into a critical fumble because it was a natural 1.
Oh wow.
Huh?
Your AC is less than 20, is it? Or 20 less?
Yes, it's less than 20.
Okay, so...
I'm a wizard. I'm a sushi.
He's a wizard, remember. He may say he's a buffer wizard, but he's still a wizard regardless.
You hear a sound of the bow snapping as they just throw it away, saying goblin trash anyway. And step back. Okay, so that was that person's go. Next one to go. Luckily, I've got all these bookmarks to tell me who's who. Hopefully. Okay. Okay, so let's see what that spell does. I haven't used that in a long time. Okay. Probably not the spell they use.
Out of curiosity, Martin,
Yep.
the ones that moved up and took cover beside the doorway,
Yep.
are they affected by the oil slick at all?
They may be standing in it, which is not unsurprising considering the fact that you left it there.
Yeah, absolutely, that's right.
Okay, can't cast that one yet either. And actually, that one might not be a bad one to throw. Okay, so a chill touch gets thrown at parry. Oh no, that's a touch. Have to actually touch with that. So they heighten it and throw a ranged chill touch at parry.
Ranged chill touch. How do they do that?
It's a 2-action spell. You can add a ranged component to it using your an extra action if you have the meta magic feat.
Nice.
As they fade into sight from being invisible, standing outside the room. Okay, so what is their bonus? Okay, so they get armor class 18. Will that hit you?
Isn't that the magic number?
Give me 1 second. Yep, magic number, it hits me.
Okay, so they're going to hit you with 3d4 chill touch.
Ow.
4, 5, 9,
Down.
plus bonus. So, Parry just got downed by a chill touch. Spellcaster took him down. At which point it is now Willie's turn. And the spellcaster is in the open, visible, wearing robes.
Shit. Alright. Well, Willie goes out as a move to pick up our buff wizard.
Yep.
As I grab him as the free action, I mumble something under my breath, and then I try to drag his monkey ass back into the room undercover.
Okay, so you spend your actions and you drag him out of the room. You see, while you're there, Giant looking worse for wear with an arrow sticking out of him.
Yep. The wizard that's standing on the other side of the room.
Yep.
As I grab Parry, I just give him a nod. Drag Parry back.
He does what looks like a blow you a kiss.
Nice. But yeah, that's my go.
Okay, now we're up to Cordar the Mighty.
Okay. I'm going to use an action to wrap a rag around an arrowhead.
Yep.
Light it on my sword, and then shoot it at the oil slick that a couple of them might be standing in on the other side.
Okay, that would be
I probably wouldn't bother about that, Jeremy, if you had something more useful to do.
I'm going to say, it's what he's seen so far. But like I say, he's not actually in a position to actually get into attack anyway right now, so if he uses his bow and he's both on magic also.
Okay, give me an attack roll to see if you can hit it.
It's about to be on fire. Yeah, I figured it probably would have been, but since it hasn't been yet, I thought, oh well. 14, AC, plus 10, plus 12. Oh my. Hit AC 24.
Okay, that is a hit. It goes up. Please roll a d6 for the amount of fire damage you inflict, unless it says otherwise.
I don't know. I'm happy with the d6. I don't know what it would normally be. So there was about half a dozen flasks of oil in the area. So 6 points.
Okay, so you now have a bonfire of 6 damage, and each round it will do 1 less damage.
Happy with that.
As you hear 3 of them scream out, being hit by the flame.
Cool.
Okay, so new round. Persistent damage takes effect. As at the moment, Cordar is the only one visible with his partial cover.
Okay.
It's good to be the person in front, I'm sure. Where'd they go? They're here somewhere. Just when I need to have 3 separate pages set up for me. Okay, so you have been designated the prey.
Mm-hmm.
And then it fires its bow at you, the one standing behind the podium.
Yep.
Okay, apparently you're good prey, because he only got a 14 on his attack roll.
14. Do I get any AC modifier for the partial cover?
I'm happy to give you +2 for the door frame.
In which case it's a critical miss.
Okay.
Hang on. So, well, AC is 24, so...
10, minus 10 is a critical failure.
Yep. I was trying to think whether it was actually one number or one more, so...
Okay, I'm going to have him hit the guy between you and him, so he hits the wizard with the critical failure. So, 9 points into the back of the wizard. I'm sure...
Music so far that Cordar's done more damage to the enemy in the party without actually shooting at anyone.
Okay, and then he shoots again. I'll go with the same thing.
Cordar's got plot armor.
So he does another 9 damage into the back of the spellcaster.
Is that actually a card carrying critical though?
I could do a card carrying critical for that one.
Just on the idea that might be more than 9 damage on his friend.
We'll make it an actual critical fumble, and let's see what happens. I've already applied the 9 damage just in case. We'll see if something else happens. Okay, the critical fumble with a range shot. So he's now insecure with his shots, having shot his friend twice in the back, and has a -1 penalty on his attack rolls until he hits someone with a critical hit.
That's the way. The ranger's scared of using your bow.
Oh, he's going to keep doing it.
Yeah, no, he'll get a critical hit in the back of his mate's head.
Okay. So that is his action. Duza is now up.
Okay, so I can see Giant in the mummy room, right?
You can see Giant in the mummy room, and Giant is not moving.
Along with a suddenly materialised wizard in the middle of the mummy room too, isn't there?
At the doorway, just past the doorway.
Yeah, and
in
that's
the
what,
flame.
30 feet away?
That is from the doorway 35 feet and standing in the fire.
And what is the way between you and Giant?
Yeah. I go up to Giant and is Giant still alive?
You'll have to make a medicine roll, which is another action.
Oh god.
Or you could just grab him and bring him back.
Yeah, actually I'll do that because I'm not good at medicine, so...
Good idea. Now get out of the way of the door.
I grab Giant and head back in behind the
Behind quarter.
behind corner. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just getting all hit points noted down so I can let you know when people actually go Kaputski.
Can I? Oh no, that would be my three actions. Can I whistle and hope that puppy, my puppy responds?
You can.
As a free action.
You whistle, you hear a whine in response.
Okay. Noting, before you try and call puppy to you, the doorway is actually engulfed in flame at the moment.
Yeah, I know, but at least I've been able to hear my dog, so I know he's still alive for now.
Yep. As long as you didn't whistle for a whistle to come, because that would be potentially a problem.
Considering my dog doesn't like fire in the first place, he probably wouldn't go through it, I hope.
Okay. Okay, that brings us to... So just moving Parry down the order because he doesn't have to make a saving throw until after the Necromancer's turn. Okay. You hear swearing as someone moves out of the flames further away. And then Balath's turn. Balath, you recognise the swearing. The swearing is your sister.
Sorry?
The swearing you hear is your sister.
Yep, she can die.
Oh, she's moved out of the flame.
Okay.
She's smart.
Bella pulls a charging arm, and a ball of darkness and death surrounds him until he points out at the wizard. And after 3 rounds, 120 foot long line of dark, fiery, devilish magic emits from his hands. And he Kamehamehas the fuck out of the wizard, so if he could make a DC 20 reflex save as Inner Radiance torrent, a 3-round Inner Radiance torrent starts firing at it.
Okay, he makes the DC 20 saving throw, just a success. But you also collect the archer behind him.
Yep.
And the archer also succeeds with a 26.
So they're both successes,
Okay.
so they half damage one
Yeah,
turn?
sorry, could somebody, I'm just struggling a little bit at the moment. Could somebody just check the spell again for me for the 3-round pass and let me know what the results are?
What was the spell called?
Just Inner Radiance Torrent.
Okay. Easy pick up. Here we go. Do. It is a 2nd level spell. It does 4d4 damage.
3-round casting, not 2-round.
Sorry, it's 8d4 damage.
Yeah, I'll just grab my dice.
You've got dice for it, David? Yep.
Yes, I do. No. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total roll of 19.
19. So that would make it 9 damage to each of them.
And sustaining.
I don't believe you need to sustain this one. You get the light surrounding you.
Sorry?
It's not a spell that sustains, but you have an effect that's around you for a minute.
Yeah, isn't it continuous? I thought it was continuous that you could...
Oh, you can spend 3 actions on one round and 3 actions on the second round to make it even more powerful.
Yeah. Just in case I lose reception, that's what I'm going to do next round.
Okay. So you should have spent 2 rounds casting it.
3 rounds. Wasn't it 3 rounds?
No, 2 rounds. It's 5 actions all up.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 actions to do a 60-foot long line and 5 actions to do a 120-foot long line.
Well, that's right. Because he didn't do anything in the previous round because he kept losing reception. So.
I'm happy that you spent the last round preparing and cast it this round.
Yep.
All good. He does that past Cordar, and Cordar not realizing he was using Cordar for cover.
No, Cordar and Bellas have worked enough together that, yep, Cordar is there for cover. He's happy with that.
But it does mean that Cordar, unless Cordar moves, will take damage by being next to him. As will parry on the ground. Okay, so the one of the characters to the north moves out of the flames, cursing, and the wizard moves out of sight, getting out of the flames. And then parry gets to make a death saving throw.
Death saving throw. Dying 1. The 11. Gets a 15.
Gets a 15. Okay, so you move to wounded 1.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you don't move away from Balath. You take 1 point of damage, and now you're undying 2.
Yay!
Hey, if you had failed the saving throw, you would have been undying 3.
I know.
Why did you make the save?
No, because Balath cast it through party members.
Well, no. It's the fact that Balath has an aura, a damage-causing aura around him at the moment.
And anyone who ends their turn adjacent to him takes damage.
Oof.
Willie, you're up.
I just thought
I move.
if Balath had technically it was 5 actions he took to cast the spell, 3 last round and 2 this round, could he use his last action to step away from other people?
That would have put him in the open.
I meant back into our room type stuff, but yep, okay.
Yeah, he had to end to get the spell off. He had to spend 3 full actions to do so.
After that.
So really,
So Martin,
yep,
I effectively walked out, grabbed Parry,
yep,
and then dragged him into a damage-causing aura of one of my party.
you did.
That sounds like a really intelligent thing for me to do.
Except there was no damage aura until after you dropped him there next to the healer.
That's right.
Okay. I move him again.
Okay, you spend an action to slide him just a little bit out of range.
No, I want him to get right the fuck away from our healer. Because who knows what that guy's going to do, so I get him the fuck away from our healer.
Okay, you drag him further away. You still have 2 actions left.
Alright. How hard is it to stop someone from sliding into the inevitable hands of death?
Well, there are 2 ways of stopping it. 1, making it happen, and 2, doing a medicine roll. Do you have a healing kit?
I do have a healing kit, but then ask me what my healing skill is, and it will suck.
It will be
There's a
at
good
least.
chance.
It'll be at least 4 plus your ability to acquire wisdom.
Do you have a health potion?
I do, but I can imagine giving it to Parry, and being parry, he'll get back up again and go and throw his wife away like a lemming.
So your DC on medicine is 17. You have to equal 17 or beat it to stabilize him.
And if you roll 7 or less, you'll probably kill him.
I've got 2 chances of doing that. Yeah, I don't even have. I don't even have 50%.
I would have thought your medicine would have been about +6.
No, hell no. What the hell?
What's your wisdom?
My wisdom is pathetic. It's 12.
So
Okay,
it's
so you got
+5.
Yeah. So not even 50%, like I said.
But there's not much chance of killing him. It's only like 10% chance of killing him.
Because me killing Parry, that'd go down well. Wow. No, fuck that shit. I pull out my only potion of healing.
Yep.
And I give it to Parry the suicidal. So, whatever.
So Parry is on 9 hit points.
Yay!
With wounded 2.
Suicidal time.
And as you're there, as my last action, I hope.
Well, technically, you can say 3 things, but 1 to drag him, 1 to get your bottle out, and 1 to administer it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. 3 words. Fuck. You dumb shit.
Okay, Corda, you're up.
Can I respond as like a reaction saying "love you too"?
He can.
There you go. Love you too.
So currently, I'm in the doorway with Bella directly behind me. Can I see any targets right now?
There's lots of flame, and you've got obscured line of sight to the archer behind the dais.
Right.
The one who's pegged you as his prey.
Yep. Is there anyone behind Belath right now?
No.
Okay. I'll use an action, I guess it's possibly an athletics type stuff or something, to push Belath away from me 5 feet, assuming that he already goes 5 feet.
Yeah.
16, 26 on athletics.
I am happy for you to have moved him 5 feet back.
Yep. And then I'll then actually, basically drop my bow, raise the shield, have the sword ready type stuff, and basically aiming to maintaining as much cover behind doorway type stuff as I can, but basically still acting as the shield block for the rest of the party.
That is fair. Okay, so new round, and person, you're still standing in line of looking out, or did you duck behind for full cover?
Oh no, I'm still actually I'm blocking people from shooting it through the doorway at other people. So
okay,
I'm not trying to take full cover by any stretch.
The archer is shooting at you. This time he is getting trying to actually get the right page is always fun. So with his bow and his penalty, he hits armor class 23.
23 will miss.
Okay, ping, bounces off your shield. He fires again. That one will be less. So that would be, trying to do math in my head doesn't always work. So that would be a 16.
Am I still getting effectively +2 from partial cover?
Happy for that.
Critical miss.
Okay. There's a ricochet and a stop hitting me. As he apparently hit the wizard again.
How is he not down his wizard friend yet.
Because they're not mooks.
They're not mooks. They're not Harry.
Oh no, this was a rival band of people who made it through a trapped dungeon to the end.
Without getting heavily damaged as we did.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, so next person up is Duza.
Okay. So I've got Giant, but nothing's happened with Giant yet in terms of healing, right?
That is correct. You just got Giant into the room.
I wouldn't know the first. I mean, I know how to like raise and look after them. Would I be able to do?
For you to stabilize or heal, you need a medicine kit.
I don't have a medicine kit.
You do not.
So I can't really do anything for now.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I give Giant a Can I give dogs healing potions?
You can.
Does that work?
You can give a dog a healing potion. If it's alive, it will restore it.
Well, I'll do that because I'm pretty sure I've still got 2 in my inventory. So I think I used 1 the other day.
Okay.
3.
So you pour on the healing potion.
Would I pour it or try and feed it?
Well, basically pour it in the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you do that. Roll 2d4 and add 4.
Sorry, couldn't hear you.
Roll 2d4 and add 4.
2d4 plus 4.
Yeah.
D4. 4 plus 3.
11.
So you see the wound seal up around the arrow?
That's fine. We can deal with the arrow later.
Just like Parry.
Yeah, that's fine. We can deal with the arrow later as long as my dog is alive.
He's looking, he opens his eyes and is sniveling a little. But he's alive.
Sorry?
He's alive.
Yeah, he's alive. Okay.
Unhappy but alive.
Josh, can you please? Sorry, Mia's just decided to get clingy.
That would be 2 of your actions.
That would be 2 of my actions. Do I have enough movement to get back out into that middle room and still have cover?
Yes, there was uneven room, so you can throw yourself into cover in the other room.
Okay, I will do that because I will go and try and either get other people out of my way so I can get to Puppy. If Puppy, well, I'm hoping Puppy's still alive. If not, people out there are going to feel the wrath of Duza.
Okay, so you get yourself into cover. You hear a thumping sound and a whine from Puppy.
Those people are so dead.
Okay, it is now Balath's turn.
Okay, sorry, someone's trying to tell me that. Balath yells out at the top of his very haunting, devilish voice at the moment. You're going to burn, sister!
You hear a voice in response yell out, "You first!"
I am returned from all this flame. You will burn! Flaming spear in the doorway.
Okay. You get your spell off and it's now standing in the middle of the oil.
Goody goody gumdrops.
Okay.
All of these offensive spells that I've never used.
Okay, so you hear a curse in Infernal coming from the other room saying, "You'll burn in hellfire, not from your sister." Okay, time for one of them to cast their bigger spell.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. He says, "Bring it, you pathetic excuse for an end."
Okay, and then you see a line of lightning go flying past everyone into the mirror. So that gives Balath and Cordar, both of them, a reflex saving throw.
Hang on 2 secs, please. Jeremy, you've been rolling good for me. Roll a dice for me.
Oh, now you said it. I rolled an 18 and an 8, and unfortunately, or fortunately, the 18's for me.
What reflex?
That's fine, Bella. That's fine. Bella's pretty healthy. That's 15.
Yep. So what does Cordar get?
Cordar get 28.
28. Okay, 28 is not a critical success. Do you have anything that gives you a critical success on a success for a reflex save?
I don't think so, not for reflex saves.
Okay, so that will be quite a lot of d12 damage. So that is 13 plus 13 plus 5 is 18. So Cordar takes 9, whereas Balath takes 18.
Cordar takes 9, you said?
Yep.
Oh, well. No problem. That leaves him on 1 hit point.
I'm sure you're...
So much for the fire, you pathetic failure.
Okay, so, Parry, you're awake with an arrow sticking out of you.
Hey, Martin.
Yep.
I don't suppose that 30 would have been a critical success, would it?
30 would not.
Okay. So I was going to say, possibly the +2 partial cover might have also added to it, but... but it doesn't matter anyway.
My +2 for being in cover.
It'd still be a failure for you.
And luckily it wasn't a critical failure.
Yep.
Because 36 points of damage from lightning would suck.
Would still have been a lot.
Okay, so that brings us to Parry on 9 hit points, almost more hit points than a lot of the party.
Is Josh back in range again?
If he doesn't know, you guys are on mute still. Seeing if I have a nice combat-y sort of music in the background here. Go with that.
Out of curiosity, Martin.
Yeah.
Is the guy still hanging from the ceiling in that mummy room?
He is.
Right. All the magic that's going around hasn't actually disrupted the magic that's holding him up, so that's alright.
Technically, he's 10 feet up, so all the spells have been going underneath him.
Good to hear. Don't necessarily want to wake up another enemy right now.
Okay, so Parry is delaying. Willie is now up.
Okay. Willie mumbles something that only Parry hears, so when Parry gets back, maybe I'll say something to him. But I call out in a very loud voice. Everyone out there, I understand that this is a battle between siblings. I do not wish to be involved in that, but I cannot stay out of the battle. Who wants to get their shit fucked up by me as I move towards the door?
There is a flame still in the main area and a flaming sphere standing between you and the others.
Yeah,
And
I'll
also-
scream it out.
But also, you'd be aware, like your character would be aware if you're, like as a player, you've forgotten because you've been away. Whilst there's Bella's siblings on the other side, you know that she's leading the Night Heralds, who were specifically opposed to the people who hired us.
Yes, I am well aware of that.
Okay.
Thank you for pointing it out because I may have forgotten.
Well, it was the fact that, the idea that it wasn't just sibling rivalry happening
No.
here, or at least from our perspective.
No, my statement stands.
Okay, so what would Parry like to do?
Sorry, Mom, he wouldn't have heard that.
Kick up, kick turn. So, wanting to know what he got for.
Baby. What would you like to do?
What I like to do?
Yes.
I'm just working up all the floor.
Yeah, if you're doing so.
You're working up in a different room than the one you cast your spell from.
That's fine. I can just see what's happening.
You're next to the mirror that makes you feel naked.
Nothing usual, but it's probably to feel better about myself. So being inside the room, who can I see outside the room?
You can see Willie outside the room and Dooza.
Any of the enemies?
No, there's a burning pile of flame and everyone else is hiding.
Beautiful. Harry's gonna chug himself a health potion.
Okay, so roll yourself 2d4 plus 4.
Reading to myself? Okay.
So you've doubled your current hit points. You've doubled your current hit points. You've gone from 9 to 19.
Okay, now Harry's ready. So that's 2 actions.
And as a third action, you stand up.
No, the first action was to stand up.
Okay. So
And then I chugged the potion.
it takes an action to pull it out.
Oh, you pull it out, chug it. There you go, 3, done.
Corda, you're now up.
So technically, I'm still covering people in the room, aren't I? The couple have moved out, but I'm still covering people in, aren't I?
You are. You're covering Balath.
I'm covering the Balath and the other wizard.
The wizard's not in line of sight. He's in full cover.
Yeah, but he's in the room at this time point as well. So,
He is, yes. As is Luna and Giant.
Yeah. Okay. Well, being on 1 hit point, you'll just stay there providing cover at the present time.
Mm-hmm.
But you still
You should definitely delay.
Well, okay. I want the action to have the shield up, so therefore I've got an extra +2 on my AC, plus the partial cover. So I understand the thought process, but on this one, I think I'll cope with the extra 20% chance to miss.
Okay.
It's just been working for it so far.
Okay, your nemesis with the bow shoots at you again. Apparently, Plot is with you today. as would a 11 be a critical? A card critical. Is a card critical?
It would be a definite card critical.
Okay, with his range shot. Okay.
I'll take out that wizard yet.
So apparently he did a double tap in the back of the wizard with that shot. Because it uses 2 arrows.
I cannot
Who
take
finally
it.
killed his wizard friend?
Oh no, the wizard's still standing.
Is he still against us
Why
though?
did he take him with his friend?
Well, he's done more damage to the wizard than anyone else.
Well, I said, I'm thinking, surely the wizard doesn't like the ranger anymore. The ranger just shot him 4 or 5 times in the back without doing anything else.
And that would be another critical miss.
It would indeed.
And you hear a thump.
As the body falls down over into the fire.
Yep.
I told you, I killed the wizard.
And then you hear Poppy scream.
No.
You believe Poppy's now on fire.
No. No.
Okay, so it is now Doozel's go.
He is going to try as quickly as possible to get to his puppy.
Okay, so I need to check.
We've got 4 enemy on the other side of the fire.
Sorry, Martin.
Yep.
Just quickly, I am going to lose reception again, and when it's my turn, I'm going to do a 2 action heal and push the flaming sphere back 1.
Okay.
Martin, I'll be back in 2 seconds, so if I have to delay my turn a little bit to get to, or I don't know how I get to Poppy, but I'll get to Poppy somehow.
I am sure you will get to Poppy.
You could probably jump the flame.
Probably. I've got the athletics to do that.
Though you don't know how wide it is, considering it was oil that was spreading out.
That's right. And admittedly, you also know there's at least 3 or 4 enemy on the other side of that fire.
Yeah.
So you delay.
I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'll just make sure Josh is okay, and then I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
All good. So David's intending on doing a heal on Corda on his turn.
Hopefully.
yeah.
I don't know I didn't hear the target, but I hope you been caught up.
He did. He sent me a text. So, what is Duza doing? Hearing here puppies scream in pain.
Because I'm behind the door to that room, aren't I?
You're halfway through the room.
Oh, halfway through the room.
Yeah, you're in the mummy room.
I thought I got up to the other door.
No, you didn't have enough movement to get there.
Oh.
And it's the other door is where the fire is, so you have to get over the fire type stuff. You wouldn't want to have gone and just got there.
Right.
You think it'll take you 2 moves to cross the fire?
Yeah.
Preferably the flying leap, so you take less damage.
Do I know which direction that yelp came from?
Out of the room is all you can tell.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get out of that room. I'll go through the room. Probably means I'm gonna wade through the fire, but that's fine. Or can I jump it?
You probably don't think you can jump it, but as long as you're not trying to jump the flaming sphere, you shouldn't take much damage.
Okay, well...
And the point is, you might as well be aiming to leap across the fire as much as you can.
Except it is a grease fire, so you will have difficulty in landing if you land in the fire.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm just gonna walk,
walk through.
Rush through.
Yeah.
Okay, it takes you 2 actions to rush through. You take 3 damage of fire,
Okay.
taking you down to 19 hit points. And you can see what appears to be a flaming web with Puppy in the middle of it.
A flaming web.
Yep. Someone must have cast a web spell, and the oil, flaming oil, reached it and set Puppy alight.
Oh no.
On the bright side, the web is probably gone.
Well, it's just lit up, Jeremy.
Yep.
They generally take 1 or 2 rounds to go.
To get there and get Puppy stuck.
I'll have to get Puppy down.
Just reading up on the fire on the web. Okay, so yes, you can move up to where Poppy is if you wish to, but you will provoke an attack of opportunity by a mean-looking woman with an axe.
That's fine.
Okay. Mean-looking woman with an axe swings her axe as you go past. Apparently she rolled badly, so she hits armor class 15.
Oh, that's just a miss.
Which is amusing because that was on a roll of 2.
Yeah, ouch.
And it'll probably only cast a miss for Duke, isn't it?
No, I've got a AC of 22.
Oh, 22, okay, yep.
Okay, so that was a nice swing as she went past. And then you reach Poppy. Poppy doesn't look so good, fur singed, blood trickling out of nose. And I believe that ends your turn, having done 3 moves to get there.
Yep.
Person with axe steps up behind Doomsday and swings again. Hits armor class 26.
That hits.
Ouch.
Ow.
Okay, so does 24 slashing damage to Doomsday.
Ow.
Doomsday is now Undying 1.
Hopefully it didn't fall in the flames.
And that was her second action. On her third action, she attacks Doomsday again. Doomsday's now Undying 3. Balath does his heal on Cordar. Cordar regained, I believe, 18 hit points.
I think it's D8 plus 8, isn't it?
D8 plus 8. Okay, so I believe it would be actually you can do it at 2nd level.
Oh, okay.
So that'd be 8. So 26 hit points to Cordar. So that put you on 27?
It put me on, 27.
Okay, so that's Balas. Spends 2 actions doing that. He also sends the flamey thing to attack the person in the background. He doesn't dodge out of the way of it, which means he takes flamey damage.
And David just got back on again.
So there's 3d6 damage to that person. Okay, that's
Yay.
actually quite nice. That's 14 fire damage on him for not dodging out of the way of it. And looking, it won't be a critical fail, but it was a fail.
We were just doing your actions there, David. Thank you.
And apparently you burnt him to a crisp.
Yay!
So you healed Corda and killed the archer.
What? The archer was on our side.
And you also heard Duza go down rather heavily. So followed up by a second swing. Okay, so that brings us to Willie.
Okay.
Will you brave the flames?
Sorry?
Will you brave the flames?
To get to Duza,
Yep.
or to the guy in the who's just hacked Duza,
Yep.
what have I got to do?
You've got to do a move through the flames, so take 3 damage.
Alright. I loudly exclaim at our glorious leader. What we doing? And then I move out to the guy who just hacked Duza. Not that I'm doing it because of Duza, but she's a dog.
That's what she looks
so
like.
What? That's fine.
She reminds you of the Hell Knights, just not as pretty.
Does she though? Really?
Spiky
She reminds me
armor.
of the Hell Knights. Really?
Spiky armor, big weapon. It doesn't give the same vibe as the Hell Knights, but wearing full plate in a dungeon crawl is the sort of thing they'd do.
Okay. So, as I move out to, I don't know, to her, so I take the 3 damage through the fire. And my character basically drops into Tiger style and says, "Nice of you to volunteer."
And I believe you have 1 action left.
Okay, I'll take that. Fuck it. Cool. And I will try to slash it a bit if I can, but we will see. Alright. Alright. So, what's that? 12. So, 23.
23 is a hit.
I'm going to do a massive 12 points.
Hey, you've done more damage than she's.
14 points.
Well, you've done more damage than she's taken so far.
Well, yes. But that's only because I've only just gotten involved in the battle.
That is true.
Next round she's going to fuck my shit up, but hey, we'll deal with that then.
Yeah, it's about time you showed up.
Who says this?
Then it is Parry's go. What will Parry do to save the day?
Hopefully stay out of trouble.
Here he comes to save the day.
Mighty Mouse on the way. Apparently he is away from microphone.
Still delaying.
And that brings us to Corda.
He's listening to the orders from the monk to stay put after he cured him. Noting that the only people left in the room that we're defending at the moment are those who are either not moving or actually out of cover, or in cover type stuff. Corda's going to go forward to through the flame to try and get to them. Particularly since apparently his ally on the other side there is no longer active, so he better go and do something.
Okay, you rush through the flames. It takes you 2 moves, and you take 3 damage from the flames.
And those 2 moves get me up to the
Axe
would-be
wielder?
Hell Knight.
You do. You can see Duza with big slash marks through his back.
So With the 2 moves, can I actually get to stand over Dukra, like on the other side of the Hellknight person?
Are you willing to provoke?
I think, actually, yeah, I will, yep.
Okay, so she swings her axe at you, showing she's got some skills.
Yep.
And she hits armor class 29.
Unfortunately, yes, that'll hit.
And
I'll block it with my shield.
25 damage.
So I'm blocking with my shield to
Yep.
take half of that. So,
I'm assuming that will destroy your shield, so that'll be 12
shield,
damage.
yep.
And you take 12 damage?
12 damage, yep. Putting me back up at 25.
With only 12 left.
But hopefully I'm also then getting flanking with
You are.
the monk.
But hey, I'm sure Willie would have loved the backhanded swing taking out Kordar's second shield. So 2 shields lost in the same day.
Yep.
And you've got 1 action left.
Well, no, because the first action was raise his shield. So, before, provide a bit of cover going through the flames, and then providing cover against the creature, or against the Hell Knight. So.
Okay, the knight swings her axe at the monk. Apparently doesn't do so well, only gets a 17.
No, not good enough.
And then does a carry-on swing round to Kordar with a 13.
13. It's unfortunately not a critical miss because I haven't got the shield anymore.
Okay, and she doesn't actually do anything else at that stage. And that brings us to a cleric who has been staying out of sight. Who tries to step up behind the monk and hit him with his mace. Tries to mace you with an action, so that would be armor class 20. Will 20 hit the monk?
Hell no.
Okay, so you hear the swishing sound as the monk swings at you, but the monk had to take 2 actions to get behind you. Okay, so Willie, you're up.
The cleric needs to take 2 actions, you mean?
Yeah, the cleric had to take 2 actions to get behind you.
Okay. Okay. Well, my character says, all yours, Tin Man. And then I turn to the cleric, and I fuck them up.
Oh, when we had flanking on the fighter.
Don't you know the rules, Jeremy? The WoW rules? You always spill the heal of hurt.
Yep.
What have we got? It is a... first one is a 29.
29 is a hit.
And the other one is... not so good, 21.
That is a miss.
Okay. Fort save. Or be stunned.
Fort save, they get, with their fortitude, 19.
Yeah, good enough. They're going to take... great. 10 points. And then I'm going to attack again.
Yep.
Which would be... that. Which is going to suck. 25.
25's a hit. Not a bad hit.
Well, I'm thinking. Anyway, yeah. So massive. Oh Jesus. 12 points.
12 points. Hey, it's still a lot of damage going in there.
Well, yeah, but anyway.
Okay, Baleth, you're up.
Level 2 heal on Porter and move the sphere into her.
You've already cast one. You got to cast the second one?
And can you do it from range? Because Cordar's not next to you anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, Jeremy, would you like to roll your 2d8 and add 16?
Ooh, 15 on the die. Which probably could be a maximum point.
So you add 31 to your
Yep. So I'm back up to my maximum of 37.
You see, always kill the healer first. And yeah, the sphere gets moved into her space.
Her space? Okay. She, with her reflex of 23.
Pass, no damage.
No, it's a basic reset. Reflex save. She takes half damage. So basic saves will give you.
Rules in the spell. It's
Oh, sorry.
It's safe enough.
That they had a space between it and the line below it. Okay, so yes, she dodges out of the way of the spell. Parry is now up if he's back. Still quiet on that end. We shall move to Corda.
Well, I will take a swing at the beloved sister. Is she still actually within range, or did she have to dodge out of the range when she jumped at the flaming sphere?
She managed to dodge out of the way of the flaming sphere.
Okay, so I'll take a swing at her, preferably keeping her between the monk and I, and I don't know if the sphere's got any area effect, but obviously, if I don't want to be standing too close to the sphere, if it's going to be burning me while
it only burns you if it's in your square. It doesn't harm you otherwise.
Yeah. Okay then, attacking the beloved sister. 18 plus 31. 31. With a 31, you crit hit her. But because you crit hit her, she gets to automatically retaliate with a vengeful strike before your damage takes effect. So that's a 25 to retaliate. 25 will hit, yes. So she does her 2d12 plus 4. With all the good rolls she's going, she's actually rolled half of what she's normally rolled. So that's 11 points of damage to you in retaliation. Okay. Do I still get my crit in? You still get your crit in. So all it did was interrupt. So if you manage to... you're also enfeebled 1. Okay. Which does take into account with your damage. Yep. Okay. Yep. So minus 1 on damage. So, where are we? 14. 17 points of damage and 7 points of persistent fire. Oh, hang on. Sorry, that's double. What did I say? 14? No, so 17. 34 points of damage. And 5 persistent, 7 persistent fire. 7 persistent fire. Okay, so yes, you do get a mighty swing on her. She's still standing. Yep. I will take another swing. AC 26. That's still a hit. 10, 13, 13 points of magical slashing and 2 points of fire. And unfortunately, I don't have. And no, because the monk's buddy turned his back on the hasn't he?
You still got flanking with the monk.
Yeah,
Still
I know.
counts.
That's right. Well, I wasn't actually counting that as part of the hit, but yes, okay.
I did.
Made the effect, but well, the monk wasn't actually. Oh no, because actually, just the fact that he's turned to attack the other one doesn't mean he's not effective against her, does it?
That is correct.
Yeah, well, consider a monk. A monk will punch out in 13,000 different directions. Yeah,
no, that's right. So,
Silly question, Martin.
Yep.
Can I choose not to threaten?
You can if you wish to.
Okay. Well, because I left the woman for him, so effectively I had no interest.
well, it comes down then. Yes, you said all yours, Tin Man.
Yep.
It's whether or not she believed you to therefore take her eyes off you.
You can.
Because the funny thing that the whole point of the flanking is the idea that she's still thinking, hang on, there's someone behind me, so I'm watching both ways. So
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, it's not like you're going back to back and defending her. Okay, so
neither of the two hits actually used flanking anyway, so that didn't matter. And I'm not going to try and risk a third swing at the moment. Unfortunately, I don't have a shield to raise, but I'm
okay,
not going to step back and make it for lunging, but I won't do that either because I don't want to actually
provoke.
leave the monk completely flanked and undefended.
And also, she has attack of opportunity.
Well, it would have been a step rather than a stride, so...
So the flame is now at its lowest point. Do you think the oil field will burn itself out in an action next round?
Okay.
As she tries to attack Cordar with her axe, swings it as hard as she can. Apparently very hard, so that's a 28 to hit you.
Not a critical.
Not a critical, which is good. And she hits you for 16 points of damage that time.
Ouch. So, 27 damage. And she took her 7 persistent fire.
She did take her 7 persistent fire. And then she does a backhanded swing at the monk, hitting armor class 28.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Dealing 12 points of damage.
Ow.
And goes for a swing back at Corda, because basically if she switches targets each time, it reduces her multi-attack penalty.
Attack penalty, yep.
And with that one, she's probably going to miss, but that is hitting armor class 20.
20 will miss, fortunately.
That was not by much, I'm assuming.
Oh, well, they had a little bit of leeway, but not as much as I would have liked without a shield.
Okay,
The
and
really annoying, the annoying thing at the moment is that this is where I really want the bastard sword, so therefore I could be using it two-handed and getting lots of extra damage out of not having a shield.
okay, and then it is the cleric's turn. The cleric tries to beat up on the monk. He swings his deadly mace, hitting armor class 23.
Just.
With the flanking, it does help a bit.
Ah, true.
Okay, so you hear him yell out, die in here, with dropping some channels into the actual spell as he smites you with his actual hit. Actually, he had to do that separately. Luckily for you.
Okay.
Just reading the different things is he minimum damage. So he hits you with the mace, doing 5 damage.
Ow.
And he then yells out and curses you in his god's name and tries a melee strike against you.
What god and what name?
Let me see. He curses you in the name of Rovagog.
Oh. But we're such good friends.
And hits armor class 24.
Yep, good enough.
So he drops a second level harm on you.
Ow.
Ouch.
What does second level harm do?
Pain.
It heals the undead monk, doesn't it?
So the monk gets a basic fortitude save.
Basic fortitude save. As opposed to a good fortitude save.
Well, but hopefully you're an expert fortitude save.
What's that? It is a 26.
So 26, that means, let me just check his spell DC. You may actually have...
It won't be a critical.
It was a success.
Yep.
You were not that far off a critical success,
Ah.
which meant that you take half damage. As he rolled
Uh-huh.
7, you take 3 points of negative damage
Ow.
as he burns you away with his touch. And you're up.
Okay. Alright. The fucking bitch who just stabbed me in the back. Fuck her. I'm going to have a go at her.
Concentrate damage?
What do you get for flanking?
You reduce your armor class. So you just do your attack roll normally, I do the rest.
Okay, cool. Alright, so... Ah. Oh, damn it.
Cordar's pleased to see you actually going on the fighting tactic of concentrating damage.
Yeah. The first attack is a 28.
So you crit hit, triggering her vengeful strike. As she gets a 29 to hit you.
Good enough.
As her blade does minimum damage almost of 7 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
But what's your
Doing
damage?
a lot worse.
The second attack's a 23.
That's for your first one?
Well, your crit hits, and as you hit her, you see her shimmer through Cordar and screaming as she goes straight through the wall.
So I don't get to actually hurt her.
You think you actually killed her, triggering a contingency of some sort.
Okay. Part of my critical is that she's now bleeding, if it matters. And I'll give the cleric a back kick.
Yep.
Because why the fuck not?
Goodbye, sister.
What is that? 24.
24's a hit.
That's going to do a fantastic 11 points. Yay!
Okay, he's still standing. And the second hit you had against her, could you do that against multiple targets?
No.
Okay.
No. Although, the reason you do it on... Well, it's the flurry of blows.
Yep.
Yeah. So, one target, and if you hit them twice... Sorry, if you hit them, then you can stun them and all that sort of stuff. So yeah.
All good. So yes, it is now Balath's turn. Would you like? I'm assuming he throws his spear at that person this time. And apparently they critically failed their dodge. So they take 20 points of fire damage and explode in flame.
Cool.
And then the fire goes out beside you.
Okay.
So when we get M and Josh back, they will have 3 rounds of saving throws on Doomsday to see if Doomsday survives.
Yep. So that was the last of the opponents in the room?
That was the last of the opponents in the room.
Okay. Obviously, if they had survived, or even if they haven't touched stuff, then Cordar will have ducked down to try and stop Duka's bleeding.
Does he have the medicine kit?
He does.
Okay, so minimum of DC 18 on your medicine check.
Unfortunately, Cordar couldn't do enough, but he didn't critically fail.
Okay, I will do
He's
the
like
rolls.
16.
Do the rolls for M because M's not here and she doesn't get any bonuses as far as I can tell. First one roll is I need to get a 12. I think it is it? It's 10 plus DC, so that means first roll has to be a 13 or higher.
Yeah, she's dying quick, isn't she?
Well, we'll use one of those ones. So first one's a 13. Second one, so I believe it. If you make that, you reduce the dying by 1. So
probably. I don't know for sure.
second round. Okay, so I'll use the last one of those. So she's now back to dying 3, and third one before you get a chance to do something is not enough. So I'll say you've got at least one more reroll. Let's see if you're lucky. No, you're not. Okay, so next session we'll start with Doomsday having a chat with a god.
Yep. So the good news here, obviously, it wasn't Cordar's inability for medicine. She was already dead by the time she got to him.
Unfortunately, yes. So, I believe we'll be finishing combat there with you guys licking your wounds, collecting what you can, and heading off with your living and potential dead.
Yep. Obviously, yeah. So, having gathered up the books, well, we certainly want to go away with the countdown gem, but I don't know whether we need to interact and find out how to when the mummy's going to move as soon as we try and touch it. So we might have to do some role-playing actions still in the room.
That is possible. That's why I said wait till next session to find out what you do next, because we may be having a interesting conversation with Zal and Duzar and what's actually happening there at the time.
Or whether in fact M was more keen to play her rogue.
Because if Duzar doesn't wake up, then unfortunately something else happens.
Yep. The mummy rock kicks in.
Mummy rock kicks in the next morning, and there's nobody to worry about.
Yep.
I can hear typing on the other end.
Is that someone sending a chat message?
Yeah, chat message back. I believe baby is not wanting to lie down.
Right.
Okay, so we will finish it up there for tonight with the repercussions of the brutal combat and the fact that you might need to do a stabilization on Puppy as well. So because technically we've potentially still got the Hellhound around,
potentially still got Giant, because Giant got a heal potion, didn't he?
Giant got a heal potion.
And obviously the other dog, whatever it was, is probably not all that healthy right now and probably won't come back. So, yeah. But yeah, okay then.
So we will finish it there for tonight. Thank you very much for playing, guys.
Indeed, thank you.
And next session we will see who survives and makes it back to civilization.
Yeah. And next Tuesday
is D&D.
It's D&D, yeah.
Yep.
And that's yes, and the fact that which I've got to do ninth level for, yes.
And I'll be poking people to see if they're available for D&D on Wednesday, or will that be another shadow run?
Okay. Cool.
So either way, we'll have something on. So thank you very much. Have a good night and enjoy your weekend, guys.
You too. Bye for now.
Cool.
Bye bye.
See yous.